Hello, my name is Edimilson. I am an environmental engineer and master's student at the University of São Paulo, and I'm here to present to you our work called Are You Listening to the World? Podcast as a tool to debate planetary health agenda. This work was developed by a group of different students and researchers, and it is a scientific piece to a piece of scientific communication and an extension activity from the University of São Paulo. Through this work, we try to reach the public debate around sustainability and mostly about planetary health. And we will try to interview some different agents from NGOs representatives, political agents, specialists, in order to capture the main focal topics to be incorporated in a municipal planetary health agenda. So we part from the gap in the literature that, as we know, the literature frequently announces the need to change the development roads in the face of environmental, social, and economic problems. And the field of planetary health has a framework that can help providing some concepts and analyses about social and ecological systems and the human health. But the highlights of planetary health framework have yet to be incorporated by the public agenda, and also they have to be adapted for context specific. Um, and as we see this gap, we will try to develop some activities that have started in 21 and in 22 from the Brazilian Planetary Health Ambassadors Program. And these ongoing projects rely on this gap that I just have told you. We aims to providing some subsidies for a planetary health agenda for the case of São Carlos, where we have been studied and we have developed our research projects. And then we will try to building up a net of social agents that can share their experience to promote local-based development alternatives. Well, from the methodological point of view, we have considered some structural interviews with, as I said, specialists, NGO and political representatives, members of organized civil society, environmental educators, and we combine these interviews with content analysis to capture focal points to be incorporated into municipal agenda. So the edited interviews have been publicized through streaming podcast platforms where they are available to consult and public accessible. Well, until May 21, a total of 8 interviews were done by this group, and the preliminary results point out themes such as urban waters, riparian vegetations, public green areas, environmental education, solid waste management, cultural evaluation of traditional communities, and urban agroecology and permaculture. And the interviews has some mentions about urban ecosystem services and the nets of solidarity and social actions, mostly because the pandemic context of COVID-19 and the public participation in policy development. Well, a map of local agents based on the interviews answers has been prepared, as we show here in the figure one, where we can find the main topics, the main points that we have talked about in each episode, and the agents that we have interviewed, and this context where we have discussed such things as political context, education, the importance of activism and environmental activism, also the point of view from specialists and the participation of NGO in public policy. Uh, this map shows to us that planetary health approach has made it possible to integrate environmental and human health issues, allowing that both local emergencies and practices developed by the organized groups to face the overlapping contemporary crises are illuminated. Here we present a QR code where you can find us in our social network or social nets and our Spotify and our site. Thank you.